Makes a state economically strong or weak? Well, to answer that question, there are a number of theories. However, we need to begin by understanding exactly what we mean by economically strong or economically weak. Well, there are a number of indicators of economic value, that is, metrics or measures that demonstrate the economic vitality of a state or nation. So to start with is gross domestic product. Well, gross means total, so the domestic product, that means the total productive output of a nation. Now, a nation is going to have a greater total output if they have a higher productivity per individual and more individuals. So a state with a larger population would generally have a gross domestic product. Now, gross domestic product may be measured on a per individual basis, and then at that point you're measuring the total economic productivity or total economic output of individuals to determine per capita or per individual how productive the state is. And then another measure is your purchase price parity, and that's taking two representations of economic output from the nations, that is their currency, their printed money, and comparing them to see at what rate they're traded, to see if they're equal rates buy the same thing in each country. So the purchase price for goods or services and their parity between two nations. Okay, so any of these indicators can demonstrate the economic productivity of a nation or its economic strength relative to other nations. Now, with that in mind, there are a number of explanations of why a state is economically strong or weak. For purposes of this lecture series, we're going to look at the explanation of law or policy and how it affects the economic strength or weakness of a nation.